Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh and in today's video we will be discussing topic about the Press and Periodicals Bill 2023. So this bill has been passed by both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and that is why it becomes important and is waiting for the President's assent. So we'll be covering the news, then purpose and objective of the bill, comparison with the 1867 Act, declaration and registration process, UAPA provisions in the bill, then way forward and prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from GS paper 2, that is government policies and interventions. So begin. The news talks about Press and Periodicals Bill 2023, why it was brought in, differences from 1867 Act. So this bill has been brought in which talks about the press and periodical. So as the name itself is telling that the press and periodicals are mentioned in it, and this bill has been brought so that the earlier act which was there should be repealed, and that act was the act of 1867. So let's see that the Press and Periodicals Bill 2023 was passed in the Rajya Sabha earlier this year, and now recently it has been passed in the Lok Sabha also. So now waiting for the President's assent. And the bill is seeking to repeal the Press and Registration of Books Act 1867. So earlier till this time this act was working, that is the Press and Registration of Books Act 1867. So if the bill gets the President assent, this act will be repealed and this Press and Periodicals Bill will come into the place. So the unique provision which is mentioned in the bill is about it will be disallowing persons convicted of terrorist attacks, convicted people, only the people who will be convicted. So they will be disallowed who will be convicted of terrorist acts or unlawful activities, or those who have acted against state security from publishing periodicals. So all the people who will be convicted of terrorist act, unlawful activities, state security, they will not be allowed to publish any periodical. Now this is the unique provision that publishing of the periodicals which till now was happening, they will not be allowed. And what are periodicals? Periodicals are any type of publications which is printed at regular interval and contain public news or comments on public news. So they will not be allowed if any kind of any person will be convicted in the following activities. Then what is the purpose and objective? So few of the purpose and objectives are, then first, repealing the 1867 Act. Then it talks about the bill aims to repeal the Press and Registration of Books Act 1867, modernizing the regulatory framework for periodicals. It means one of the objectives is repealing the old act of 1867 and in its place getting a new act which talks about the modernization of the act, which talks about the updation of the act, and the act which will be in place with today's demand. Then second, key provisions. Then it includes a notable clause preventing individuals convicted of terrorism or acting against state security from publishing periodicals. As I told you before that this is the unique clause or provision which has been included, that periodicals will not be now allowed to be published. Then comes the rationale for introduction. The bill focuses on easing business processes for publishers. So this is the first one, that for the publishers the business prospect or the business processes will be made easier in this bill. Second, removing procedural hurdles. So whatever procedure hurdles the publishers were facing till now has been made easier in the bill. Third, reducing the administrative burden of declarations and filing. So the administrative burden which was there till now has been removed and has been reduced, so that for the publishers also the process becomes easy, smooth. So these were few of the rationale for introduction. Then comes the comparison with the 1867 Act. Now what is the difference between both the things? Then first of all, exclusion of books. So books have been excluded in the bill. So unlike the 1867 Act, the 2023 bill excludes books from its purview. So the word books, which was earlier present in the name of the act, has now been excluded as they fall under the HRD ministry jurisdiction. So books, because they are under the HRD ministry jurisdiction, they have been removed from the purview of the bill. Then penalty structure has been changed, and that is the new bill replaces imprisonment with fine for certain violations. So it has been made lenient that instead of the imprisonment for certain cases, fine has replaced it, and introduces an appellate mechanism led by the Press Council of India chairman. So the appellate mechanism will also be there in place, and it will be led by the Press Council of India chairman. So the PCI chairman will lead the appellate mechanism. It means the appeal can be made. Then comes the shift in administrative power, that the power is transferred from the district magistrate, that is the DM, to the newly established Press Registrar General, centralizing the registration and regulation process. It means that earlier the power which was with the DM, it will now be in the bill. It has the provision that the power will be shifted to the Press Registrar General, which has recently been newly established in the bill, and this means that it tries to centralize the registration and regulation process. Then comes the declaration and registration process. Then this talks about the simplification of procedures. The procedures which were so cumbersome till now has been tried to make more simpler. So the bill simplifies the declaration process, eliminating the need for DM involvement and allowing online intimations for printing presses. So online intimations will be allowed and DM involvement will be reduced or eliminated. It means that the procedure will be made simple and the procedure will be made fast. Then comes the simultaneous processing. It enables concurrent processing of title allotment and registration applications, streamlining the procedure. So with this, the procedure will be streamlined. It means that things will be in place. Then the time bound response. So the time has been reduced to give response to the queries. So the specified authority must provide feedback within 60 days. So this new time limit has been included in the bill, that within 60 days the authority has to give the feedback, expediting the registration process, so that the things which till now were taking much time to be done can be, the time period can be reduced and things can be made more faster and the process will be made more faster. Then UAPA provision in the bill. So the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act provision in the bill. First of all, about the restriction on convicted individuals. Restriction. So the bill bars individuals convicted of terrorist acts or unlawful activities from publishing periodicals. So the people who are under UAPA also will not be allowed to publish periodicals. And then security concerns. This provision addresses concerns about the misuse of periodicals for activities threatening national security or sovereignty. So if anything will be dealing with the national security and causes harm to the national security or causes chances of breach of the national security, then that will be dealt properly and thoroughly. Then what can be the way forward? Modernizing media regulation. As the act was of the 1860s time, so it needs modernization, it needs updation, it has to be with regard to the present times. Then balancing ease of business and security. The business aspect also needs to be looked into, the respect from the perspective of the publishers, and the security aspect also needs to be looked into, because nowadays if we will see that it is not only the security on the borders or the internal security. Now even the digital security is of utmost importance. Then potential for debate and discussion, because debate and discussions will lead to a healthy outcome, so that needs to be done on regular basis. Then in the end, a prelims MCQ, because we are talking about press, so I've asked a easy history question and you people need to give me the answer in the comment section. The title Liberator of the Indian Press was given to Lord Dalhousie, Lord Metcalfe, Lord Cornwallis or Lord Hastings. I think an easy one. You must, if you people have studied even the basic things, you must have heard the name or this phrase of the Liberator of Indian Press. So give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.